Hello and konnichiwa. My name is Yoshi Demoto, the Executive Director of the Japan-America Society of Georgia. In this documentary, we're going to give you an inside look at the JASG and introduce you to some of our committee and board members, exclusive information about our groups, projects, and most popular events such as Japan Fest and our various business, cultural, and educational seminars and workshops, and our mission to grow in the coming future. Thank you for joining me as we look back and celebrate 35 years of the Japan-America Society of Georgia. While the establishment of Japan as a nation and the founding of Georgia are separated by over 2,000 years, you don't need to go back much more than a century to find the origins of the diplomatic, cultural, and commercial relations between Japan and Georgia. At the nation-to-nation level, Commodore Matthew Perry initiated diplomatic contact between the United States of America and Japan in 1853. Part of Commodore Perry's expedition to Japan was the Adjutant General of Georgia, John McIntosh Kell. As such, one could say Georgia-Japan relations actually date back to the beginning of U.S.-Japan relations in 1853. Georgia's cultural ties with Japan date back to 1912, when Japan gifted thousands of cherry trees to the U.S., including the city of Macon, now called by some as the cherry blossom capital of the world, as it is home to the largest population of cherry trees in North America today. The state's official relations with Japan started when Governor Carl Sanders helped establish a sister state prefecture relationship in 1966 between Georgia and Kagoshima. Later, in 1973, Georgia opened its first trade and tourism office internationally, of all places in Tokyo, Japan. A year later, in 1974, the establishment of the Consulate General of Japan in Atlanta to oversee the various Japanese activities in the Southeast provided a major boost in bilateral political relations. In 1976, Governor George Busbee helped Georgia become a charter member of the Southeastern United States, or the SUS-Japan Alliance. SUS-Japan promotes trade, investment, understanding, and friendship between Japan and the Southeast by holding high-level economic development meetings each year. The crowning touch in Georgia-Japan relations came in the 1990s when Japan's Prime Minister Toshihiko Kaifu visited Atlanta in 1991, and when Emperor Akihito and Empress Michiko visited Atlanta in 1994. With Georgia's unique and rich history with Japan, it was evident that the Japanese commercial, cultural, and human presence in Georgia's future would be an important one. As such, the Japan-America Society of Georgia was established in 1980 to promote the mutual understanding between the people of Japan and the state of Georgia through establishing and promoting ties and programs in the areas of business, culture, customs, education, commerce, and politics. The JASG also aims to upgrade the knowledge of Japan among the citizens of Georgia and to show Southern hospitality to the Japanese businesses and people in the state by helping them get acclimated to the history, lifestyle, and traditions of the Southeast. The Japan-America Society of Georgia is the place where executives and managers meet to discuss universal business practices and the effect culture has on commerce. Throughout the years, the Society has held countless corporate seminars, company facility tours, networking receptions, business luncheons, gala dinners, and even golf tournaments, at which the importance of economic collaboration between American and Japanese businessmen and women are reinforced at each function. Since 1980, The JASG has sponsored a wide range of activities in support of its basic purposes. Through business development programs and projects, the Japan American Society has helped Georgia become the center of Japanese industry in the Southeast. Kubota, Murata, Panasonic, Toto, Yamaha, YKK, and many more Japanese companies are now all household names in Georgia.
The state of Georgia, the climate here is very similar to that of Japan. We have 4 distinct seasons, but we also have a very, very low cost of doing business here in the state. And I think the southern hospitality, coupled with the low cost of doing business and the tremendous amount of local and state support that companies enjoy here, are big factors in attracting Japanese companies to invest in our state and to create jobs for our citizens.
And with Aflac, Coca-Cola, Delta Airlines, UPS, and many other Georgia companies having large operations in Japan, the economic future between Japan and Georgia continues to be on an upward trend. With more and more Japanese interested in America and more Americans interested in Japan and Japanese culture, the JASG has much to do to continue that trend and ensure that Georgians are the most knowledgeable people about Japan and internationally aware people in North America, while making sure that Japanese people are well acclimated to living, studying, and working in the U.S. JASG groups and events allow Japanese citizens to learn more about Americans and Americans to learn more about the Japanese. One particular group that promotes cultural awareness is the Tomodachi Club.
The purpose of the Tomodachi Club is to develop intercultural relationships. Japanese women learn more about America, and we learn more about Japan and Japanese women and their culture.
Established in October 1981 under the sponsorship of the Japan American Society, the group promotes friendship, cultural exchange, and understanding among Japanese and American women.
A lot of Japanese families were moving to Atlanta because of business, and the husbands joined the Japan American Society, and a lot of the women needed help in doing practical things like to live in America, like how do I get a driver's license, and how do I buy a washing machine and things like that. So it was formed very informally to help these women settle into America. But as more and more families came and the Japanese women also networked among themselves, we became a much more formal organization.
With about 60 Japanese and American members who regularly meet at general meetings and small group meetings, it is a great way for Japanese and American women to gain a deeper understanding and appreciation of one another through sharing one another's unique culture. A cultural demonstration, presentation, or workshop, and a luncheon to bring women together for a time of camaraderie and enjoyment. Educationally, the Japan American Society is proud to foster Japanese language and exchange to students of all ages in Georgia, and English language and exchange to students from Japan as well. The JASG holds monthly Nihongo Eigo Kai meetings, a Japanese English conversational group, and also offers beginner, intermediate, and advanced Japanese classes throughout the year. By collaborating with the Consulate, the Japanese Chamber of Commerce of Georgia, and the Georgia Association of Teachers of Japanese, and holding the annual Japan Academic Challenge and Japanese Speech Contest, the Society is able to showcase the knowledge and academic achievements of high school and university students who study Japanese in Georgia. The Academic Challenge tests students' understanding of Japanese language, grammar, culture, and current events, while the speech contest allows students to demonstrate their knowledge of Japanese language by giving them the opportunity to recite a memorized speech entirely in Japanese. As Georgia's liaison office for the annual Asian Pacific Children's Convention, or the APCC, the JASG is able to share a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Georgia elementary school students and teachers to travel to Fukuoka, Atlanta's sister city, for a 2-week exchange program each summer. The Georgia delegation joins international groups from all over the world to promote peace and understanding through a 1-week cultural exchange camp and 1 week of homestays with a Japanese family.
Basically, we're holding an interview for people who want to go to Japan as a junior ambassador. So we're going to be helping with the different activities that they're going to do to see if they are good enough, I guess, or like in the position to go.
I guess we could ask, why do you want to be a junior ambassador? How did you hear about this program, and would you get homesick or not?
And how would you contribute to this, and how interested are you in meeting other people? And we also have activities to show their interaction and how they get along with people, whether they're respectful and honest.
Not only does the Japan America Society send students to Japan, it also helps host students from Japan in Georgia as well. Each year, the JASG welcomes university students from Japan for a variety of study abroad programs. By participating in the Global Business Program, students are able to visit various Japanese and U.S. companies in Georgia to learn how they operate in today's global economy. In the Sports Business Program, students visit various athletic facilities and professional sports teams and learn how the sports industry operates in the U.S. By participating in the Business Management Global Outreach Program, students study English while living with American host families and spending time with American friendship families. The program features a business practicum lab in which students visit and learn how various Japanese and U.S. companies do business, while creating their own companies and businesses and putting together a business plan and proposal. With fewer Americans studying Japanese and studying abroad in Japan, and fewer Japanese students studying abroad in the U.S., the JASG will be working tirelessly to expand its educational outreach in Georgia, where people may not know much about Japan, and continue to offer unique educational programs for Japanese students to gain a deeper understanding of the English language and the American experience. While promoting business, culture, and educational ties between the people of Japan and Georgia are important, true understanding and harmony would not be possible without friendship and the people-to-people relationships. The Japan America Society of Georgia is a place where Japanese families and individuals can meet American families and counterparts to learn how American families live, and is the place where American families and people can meet Japanese families and their counterparts and learn how they live. Most importantly, the society provides a way for Americans, Japanese, and people from various other countries to get to know one another, and helps to lay the groundwork for lasting business and personal friendships. One group that promotes friendship and social interactions is the JASG Young Professionals. Established in October 1996, the YP group is dedicated to creating a friendly, stimulating environment in which young professionals with an interest in international business and U.S.-Japan relations can gather and learn from local experts and from one another. Young professionals meetings are informal, informative, and interactive, and events are for people with an interest in meeting others with similar professional, personal, and social interests. From monthly Kayobikai dinner meetings, Halloween and holiday parties, and river tubing and other outdoor activities, the Young Professionals is also about having fun. Members are encouraged to get to know one another, and YP events always have time for socializing planned into the schedule. The JASG also works to make Japanese family life easier in Georgia, as members and anyone interested can learn about Japan-related and international activities in Georgia. The Society is the primary source for information about Japan and international commerce. The Japan America Society of Georgia reaches out to other organizations to create shared programs and resources that would be helpful to members and to the community.
There are a lot of families that are expatriate families, and they're only here in the United States for a limited amount of time. I mean, very short would be 2 years, and sometimes on to 10 years. But sometimes they have a hard time meeting Americans, and they're often asking me, well, where can I meet Americans? Where can I make American friends? And that is one of the biggest things that I think the society has to offer, is a very safe and comfortable place for our Japanese friends here who may not be very comfortable with English or don't really know American culture, to be able to come and meet Americans who really want to meet them and teach them about American culture and get to know them. As far as Americans, that are learning Japanese or interested in Japanese culture, again, the Japan America Society has so much to offer them as well. Getting to meet Japanese people who want to share their language and their culture, and everything from their language classes to the networking events. I've gotten to meet personally, people from companies all over the city and the state, from both Japanese companies and American companies. So it has been of great value to me, both professionally and then also just as far as maintaining my Japanese language ability and getting to know other people within the community.
Culturally, the Japan America Society has hosted a variety of Japanese and American cultural workshops, presentations, concerts, and performing arts events. Some of the more popular cultural programs have included cooking classes, film screenings, tea ceremonies, sake tastings, martial arts demonstrations, concerts, and performances by Japanese musicians and performing artists, and more recently, events promoting manga, anime, and other aspects of Japanese pop culture. The cultural highlight each year for the Japan America Society is Japan Fest. One of the largest Japanese festivals in the country, Japan Fest is an annual celebration of Japanese culture designed to promote understanding between Japanese and Americans in the Southeast. It is 2 days of immersing oneself in Japanese culture, dance and music, learning the intricate maneuvers of martial arts such as sumo, aikido, judo, karate, kendo, or kyudo, sampling authentic Japanese foods from the region's best restaurants, shopping at dozens of vendors and booths, enjoying more than 50 performances and workshops, and appreciating product displays from Japanese companies in Georgia.
We broke the attendance record. We had over 20,000 attend this year, and it has just been a huge demonstration and celebration of Japanese culture. And it is almost surprising how much the people, the attendees at Japan Fest just love Japanese culture and the diverse cultural offerings, the performances, the dances, the drummers, the ikebana, and other traditional cultural demonstrations, and it is all things Japan.
Whether your interest lies in the intricate embroidery that decorates a finely woven kimono, the mechanics of a Japanese kite, the art of caring for a bonsai tree, or the frenzy of Japanese manga and anime, there is something for everyone at Japan Fest. Supported by the Consulate General of Japan in Atlanta, and with the help of over 400 dedicated volunteers, Japan Fest attracts upwards of 20,000 people each year, and is a 2003, 2010, and 2011 recipient of the Top 20 Events Award by the Southeast Tourism Society, and a 2004 recipient of the Certificate of Commendation from the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Japan for contributions to the friendship and goodwill between Japan and the United States. Hopefully, you're getting interested in joining, working with, or volunteering for the Japan America Society. But you're probably asking yourself, what are the benefits of joining? The benefits of joining the Japan America Society of Georgia are unique and distinct for each person. For Japanese members, membership helps support Japanese interests as JASG advocates Japanese interests in Georgia, helping to make Georgia a better place for Japanese citizens to live and work. Corporate membership helps American managers better understand Japanese culture, as the society offers a wide range of business, cultural, and communication programs designed for Americans who work for Japanese companies. Joining a corporate membership will allow you to find bilingual and bicultural workers, while also offering opportunities to socialize and network with American business leaders. JASG sponsors programs that can help you decide which American organizations are important to join and which aren't. Furthermore, through social contacts, you will be able to meet your American counterparts and have the opportunity to sample American hospitality, including many private golf courses in Georgia. For American members, membership will give you the opportunity to learn the Japanese way of doing business. From cultural do's and don'ts, business etiquette, and other important concerns, you get an insider's view of how business is conducted in Japan. The JASG also offers the best and most effective Japanese language instruction in Georgia. Better yet, the instruction focuses on Japanese business language to help you retain and increase Japanese clients. Joining the JASG sends a powerful message to your Japanese clients about your commitment to them, and the connections you make with the Japanese business leaders through the JASG can lead to increased opportunities for your businesses in Japan. Through an individual membership, people are able to meet and build meaningful relationships with others interested in the U.S.-Japan relationship. Comprised of families, students, young professionals, and individuals, members of the society play a strong role in JASG activities and receive valuable benefits. As the JASG continues to grow, it will continue to do its best to achieve the mission of promoting friendship and the mutual understanding between the people of Japan and Georgia. As the JASG continues to grow, it will continue to do its best to achieve the mission of promoting friendship and the mutual understanding between the people of Japan and Georgia. While the society has made strides to strengthen Japanese Americans in Georgia, there is much to do to make Georgia the most desirable place in North America for Japanese and other international visitors to live and work, and to make Georgia's citizens and businesses the most internationally aware in North America. The Japan American Society of Georgia will meet these goals by joining with like-minded organizations and institutions to build appreciation of international culture and commerce in Georgia. At the same time, we will keep our own identity as the bridge between Japan and Georgia, between Japanese visitors and Georgia citizens, between Japanese and American corporations doing business in Georgia, and between Japanese and American families in Georgia. In recent years, Japan and the United States have become significant economic, political, and military allies. Most significantly, the commercial and financial relationships between the two countries have developed to the point at which Japan is a leading overseas trading partner of the United States. People-to-people interactions have grown with improved air travel between Japan and America, now accessible to millions. Increasingly, cultural influences have begun to flow in both directions as well. To promote American culture to the Japanese and increase Japanese and American family interaction, the JASG will help host the Japan-America Grassroots Summit, an annual large-scale exchange program of Japanese and American citizens, held alternately in Japan and the United States. The summit aims to strengthen the peaceful relationship between Japan and America by fostering grassroots friendships through a one-week exchange program for all ages.
This is actually a very important event, and of course, looking at the relationship between Georgia and Japan, of course, we have an outstanding and excellent economic partner, but I really want to diversify the exchanges between Georgia and Japan, and one of the ways is to promote the youth exchanges, and this, grassroots activities are very important in that perspective. And of course, I'm now supporting this event, and I have already sent letters to all mayors here. I signed, my staff, Oyama-san, prepared 50 or 60 letters, and I signed them all and sent to all mayors. And so I need the cooperation of the local communities and of course the Japan American Society of Georgia and the Japan Chamber of Commerce and many other the people and organizations in Georgia, so that this grassroots summit will be a big success.
I am actually the contact person in the city of Decatur for the Japan-America Grassroots Summit that will be taking place this fall. So I've been in touch with the Japan-America Society representatives and also with officials in the city of Decatur to coordinate the arrangement of host families and the organizing of events for the guests who come on this grassroots summit and stay in the city of Decatur.
So we traveled also to Oita to participate in a handover session because the city of Atlanta has been selected to be the 2016 host city of the Japan American Grassroots Summit. So we're very much looking forward to welcome to Atlanta about over 200 Japanese interested in discovering our city and our culture.
The summit typically draws 150 to 200 participants, where they take part in tourist activities in the host city for 3 days and live with host families and take part in local community activities in the surrounding host communities for 3 days. As you can see, the future is very bright for us here at the Japan America Society. Through the efforts of our paid staff and hundreds of volunteers, the JASG will continue to foster the friendship, understanding, and communication between the people of Japan and Georgia for many, many years to come. For more information about our events, programs, projects that we host throughout the year, please contact our office or visit our website at www.jasgeorgia.org. I'm Yoshi Demoto, and thank you so much for watching.